Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
And Carr continues to produce good numbers on paper. He completed over 68% of his passes last season while also throwing 25 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions. But as impressive as those numbers are, the numbers he's seeking, big numbers in the playoffs. And we expect him and his team to be back in the playoff mix when January rolls around.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
He's coming off a season where he certainly experienced his fair share of ups and downs. On the positive side, he threw for career highs in passing yards and touchdowns. On the negative side, he threw the most interceptions in his career, and his team struggled and collapsed down the stretch. If he can get back to playing mistake-free football without sacrificing his aggressiveness, this team can get back to competing for a Super Bowl berth.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Oh, he shifts past him, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They'll run it again with Barkley. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Great.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he dives his way forward to right around the line of scrimmage, so nothing there that time. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Barkley, toss play left. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Carr now to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A give to Kamara running right. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Here comes the Saints punter now. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And taken at the 46. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Saquan Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 73 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he powers his way up past the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. A nice little juke. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Second down, here's Barkley again.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They need 12 here. It's third down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
He dumps it off to Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquan Barkley with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now Carr. Flush to his right. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Here's Carr to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
This one taken in by Olave.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now is Carr. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Carr.
That one out wide and intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
Inside the 20.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play. It's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I tell you,